What's up, beauties? What's up, movie fam? What's going on, guys? Ooh, what a day. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Putting my shit on Do Not Disturb because the minute you tell people you're going live, they're going to start texting you and calling you and seeing what the fuck you're doing. What's going on, everybody? Dropping a poll right now. I'm doing a future poll. I'm dropping a future poll right now because I'm seeing a lot of hype for it. I feel like I want to do a few future movies. So I'm going Odyssey. I'm going to caps it. You ever like be on your phone so much that you just can't fucking see anything? Odyssey, and we're going to do 2026. Odyssey or Disclosure Day. Odyssey, Disclosure Day. What's up, Space Monkey? Welcome in. I love seeing your name. All right. I'm dropping it right now because all I'm seeing is CinemaCon shit. And it's like they're all just, it's all sequels and fucking prequels. There's nothing original. Spielberg is the only one who's doing originality again. Well, Odyssey is, I know Space Monkey voted for Odyssey. It's all fucking sequels again, man. It's so annoying. Where's the original films? Cody, Disclosure Day original? I mean, is it not? It's not a sequel. Is it based on a book? Cody? My vote's Disclosure Day. I mean, I'm gonna see the Odyssey probably twice in one weekend, but like, I don't trust this mic for like the life of me. You guys can hear me, right? Space Monkey says, I heard they released werewolf footage finally. I did not see that. I did not see that. Can you put a link? Everyone's all in on Odyssey. No Spielberg love? For me, it's Disclosure Day. Like 100% Disclosure Day. I have to see if they do have werewolf footage. Is it wolf or werewolf? Not wolf stock footage. No, I'll have to check that offline. Cody says, no, what I mean, it's another alien movie from Spielberg. Yeah, I mean, oh, yeah, I get it. And everyone's all in on Odyssey too, which is like pretty unbelievable. Not one vote for Disclosure Day. Yes, Spielberg's Happy Place is aliens. But what's wrong with that? He gave us the greatest alien movies of all time, like E.T. Um, is AI an alien movie? Yeah, because there's aliens at the end of it. Close Encounters. You know, Ready Player One, considered an alien flick. Go one vote. War of the Worlds, exactly, Cody. Exactly. Give one vote for fucking Disclosure Day. And Odyssey is this summer. When does Disclosure Day come out? Is that summer too? Space Monkey, always down for Spielberg, but I'm more curious about how Odyssey's handled by Nolan. I mean, it kind of looks like Dunkirk, right? Like it kind of looks like an OG version of Dunkirk, with like on the like down on the ship and everything. I'm finding out when Disclosure Day comes out. June 2026. But summer's gonna be stacked with really good films. I think Spielberg, like, his I think he still's got the chops. What was the last movie he did, Spielberg? Can't be Ready Player One. Was it? I think it was Ready Player One. Fableman's Space Monkey. Yeah, it was probably could be Fableman's. Ready Player One was before Fableman's or after? Cody says, "We all just want to escape, and DD Disclosure Day seems like more of the same UAP psyop, and we all being fed on social." I get it, but it's Spielberg. But it is also Nolan with Odyssey. I think Nolan's gonna probably win, like, probably best director back to back. I had that vision today. What's up, Dawn? Welcome in. Evening. And, like, Disney had this huge thing today at CinemaCon, and it was like Moana. Alright, we got one Disclosure Day. Disclosure Day has some love. Disclosure Day came back a little bit. Cody says Disney has left the building a while ago. It's sad, right? Man, if I was running Disney, oh my god. I think Josh D'Amaro's gonna do a great job. You know, Iger bought Marvel, Iger bought Lucasfilm. Iger really made some great moves. Gave us Frozen. But I think D'Amaro is gonna go all in with I think I think, D'Amaro's gonna get go all in with what we want. I think. I hope. I know there's that Ryan Gosling Starfighter movie by Sean Levy, who did Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, it's an OG Star Wars movie. Cody, you sound like a lot of people I know that says, "I'm out of hope for Disney." Never bet against Disney. I will tell you that. They made bad bets. They definitely made bad bets. I think that they should have never made Star Wars a TV show. I don't think they should have hedged their bets with Star Wars as television. I thought that was a really bad move. Um, Same thing with Marvel. The brand was the golden goose. It was a juggernaut in the theaters, and then they just started making these TV shows, and I think it really hurt them. And I hope that we can get back to the movie theaters. I think that Spielberg just said it at CinemaCon that there's gotta be a 60 to 90-day window for movies. Cody says ESPN a mistake. I'm a sports guy, love sports. I I I do really love sports. A lot of people don't know that about me, but I'm a big sports fan. Big football guy. What's up, A Hayes? Welcome in. Big football guy. Um, I enjoy a little baseball. Big basketball guy. I'm a Knicks fan, born and bred. Cody says Iger was a mistake. What's up, Cool C? What's going on, dude? We're kind of like talking a little more like modern stuff now. Like we now, man, we could talk about Godfather and Eyes Wide any day of the week. But right now we're cool C. Thank you. Cool C likes the live. Right now we're talking about what's coming out over the next year. And CinemaCon released some really big stuff, but like Disney, it's all reboots. It's all fucking reboots. And I think that the biggest mistake they made was going all in on Star Wars and Marvel on TV. Doing, yeah, guys, give me thumbs up, like, share, and follow this video. Guys, can you share this with your friends and family? Share this live around. Let's get more people into the movie chat. Let's talk. Maybe it's going to hit Josh Tomorrow's desk and he's going to go, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy knows what he's really talking about. Dawn, thank you. Cody, just mining the most out of the most existing assets while they can. I get it, and the TV shows, I f it was I this is why I fucking hate TV. I think it cheapens it. I think it cheapened Star Wars. I think it cheapened Marvel. I mean, an event for my son and I was going to see Infinity War, right? Going to see Endgame, going to see Thor Ragnarok in the theaters. And I know that Love and Thunder was also in the theaters, and that wasn't, my favorite Marvel films. Um, Cody, asset managers. I mean, Cody says Disney is not ran by entertainers. Iger, during his first tenure, did an amazing job. He bought Pixar, he bought Lucasfilm, he bought Marvel. I think he did an amazing fucking job. And I just think a small minority of people inside the company were pushing this agenda that I just don't think translated well. And I don't think it resonated with audiences. Bought, and created nothing. I agree with you. I agree with you. I really think they shouldn't have focused on television. They should have kept the the movie machine going. And I just saw, hold on, I just took a screenshot of this because I wanted to talk about it with you guys. Yeah, they have Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm gonna see it. It's coming out on my birthday weekend. Devil Wears Prada 2, cool. I like Meryl. Toy Story 5, great. Great, in for that. Super Troopers 3, I've never heard of Super Troopers 1 or 2. Oh, was that, yeah, I don't know what the fuck Super Troopers was. I don't think I've seen Super Troopers. Disney Moana live action. Like the cartoon was one of my favorites of all time. Chaz PL CinemaCon week. It is CinemaCon week. So I see like Moana live action July 10th. The Dog Stars. I don't know what that is. Whale Fall. I don't know what that is. Wild Horse 9, November 6th. And we got Avengers Doomsday, which I'm afraid that the political views may have hurt the box office on that. I'm afraid that they were saying who to vote, and I don't talk politics on my channel, but I'm afraid that it's gonna hurt Doomsday. I think it's gonna make a lot of money. I hope it makes a lot of money, but I'm afraid that they hurt the brand, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like they're hurting the brand by being involved in politics. Disney Hexed on November 25th. Okay. So now they're doing Ice Age Boiling Point. Now, I loved the Ice Age franchise. Yeah, and Cody says I don't think these stories resonate. Ice Age is a great franchise, but my son, who was obsessed with Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs, is like he's not going to go see Ice Age Boiling Point. Maybe the younger kids will, but I don't know if they're familiar with it. And then Disney Pixar's Gato on March 5th. Pixar. What else is coming out? Hold on one second. Let me pull up. I'm going to pull up CinemaCon. Did they release the Tarantino movie? All right, new Universal picks. Alright, they did mention The Odyssey, Disclosure Day, Werewolf, it is called Werewolf, Werwulf, and then Minions and Monsters, I mean, we're big Minions fans, but my kids are older now. Um, an Exorcist sequel, okay. How to Train Your Dragon 2, okay, and Shrek 5. A Snoop Dogg biopic, okay. Disclosure Day, Minions and Monsters comes out July 1st. The Odyssey's July 17th. Other Mommy, I don't even know, by James Wan. Sense and Sensibility, okay. Focker-in-Law. Um, and didn't yeah, they're De Niro, Ben Stiller, and Ariana Grande. Violent Night 2, Werewolf. I think Werewolf can get Eggers Best Director this year. Listen to this cast: Aaron Taylor Johnson, Lily Rose Depp, Willem Dafoe, and Ralph Ineson. Cody says, imagine if Disney did a Snow White 2 and 3 back in the 40s. Disney never did sequels. Disney only did that went straight to video, right? They never did sequels. Warner Brothers showcase Supergirl. Flowervale Street, I don't know what that is. Sony's Jumanji open world, cool. I like the Jumanji franchise. Spider-Man Brand New Day, gonna make $1 billion. An R-rated Bloodborne movie, all right. Paramount and Amazon are Top Gun 3. Top Gun 3 is in development, good. The Great Beyond with J.J. Abrams and the new Masters of the Universe. I'm a He-Man guy, so hopefully that'll be good. And Disney's The Mandalorian and Grogu, Avengers Doomsday, Toy Story 5. Interesting. Interesting. Cody says instead of Cinderella, Pinocchio, and Peter Pan, yeah, I mean, those are the 3 greatest movies ever made. Wouldn't want any Snow White sequels. Dawn, I'm excited for Other Mommy. I'm not familiar with that. What is that, Dawn? The book it was based on is great. Oh, so it's based on a book. Dawn says Werewolf looks very good. I got to see the trailer for that. Cody says, exactly. You drain and dilute your talents, ideas into these sequels just because the asset managers are too risk averse. Yeah, I get it. Spider-Man Brand New Day. And then the Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, a new Resident Evil, Jumanji, another Insidious movie, Runner with Alan Richardson, Owen Wilson. That's in Angel Studios. Paddington 4. I mean, I get it. I get it. I wish there would just be some new. I just wish there would be some new films, new franchises. It's like they're kinda stuck. And I don't think they're gonna bring people back to the theaters with this lineup. Mortal Kombat 2. Okay, we watched Mortal Kombat 1. I honestly don't even remember it. Evil Dead Burn. The End of Oak Street, I don't know. Practical Magic 2, all right. Supergirl and Clayface. I'm not DC, I'm nervous for. And of course, Inarritu's Digger, great. And Dune 3, great. And they're doing another Godzilla and Kong Supernova movie. All right. Andy Serkis's The Hunt for Gollum is confirmed for December 2027. That's going to be great. I can't wait for that. Bad Fairies, a new animated fantasy film starring Cynthia Erivo. Okay. They're doing a new spinoff of Evil Dead. Margie Claus, a new animated family film centered around saving Christmas starring Melissa McCarthy. Sam Esmail's Panic Carefully, Tim Miller's Shiver, starring Keanu. Okay. About an action thriller about surviving sharks. Zach Kreger's The Flood, a new original film. Let's go. Let's go. New original films. Zach Kreger's Weapons prequel, Gladys. Fine. Fine. She was a really great character. Boz Luhrmann's Joan of Arc. My idea. I want to do a Joan of Arc film. The Revenge of La Lorna. Okay. The Conjuring, First Communion. Game of Thrones, first movie uh, based on, well, look at that. Game of Thrones is getting a movie. Final Destination 7, and an Oceans prequel starring Margot Robbie and Bradley Cooper as Danny Ocean's mother and father, infiltrating the Monaco Grand Prix as spies in 1962. Okay. Okay. Cody says we need a movie about a ghost gambler that haunts a gambler until he wins. Exactly. We need Pokergeist. But they're just going to keep coming out with these sequels, and I don't know if people are going to be showing up. I don't know. Laura, hey, they're coming in late here. Oh, good, Laura. We're good. All right, I'm going to end this poll. Odyssey won. Now the question is, would you rather see Ocean's 11 with Clooney and Pitt, or Ocean's 11 with Margot Robbie and Bradley Cooper? Let the people speak. Let's go. There's an OG film, Hayes. Cody says same with DC. Gunn does not get DC. I don't disagree with that. Laura, Hollywood has lost its touch. I agree with that. That's why I'm trying to bring back the conversation in movies, but they're just pumping out sequels. I'm surprised. Ocean's 11 with Margot Robbie and Bradley Cooper got more love than I expected to. Ocean's 11 with Clooney and Pitt are winning. Is Margot? Yeah, Cody. Bradley Cooper is making an Ocean's 11 prequel with Margot Robbie and Bradley Cooper, and they have to heist. Yeah, I'll read it to you. Ocean's prequel starring Margot Robbie and Bradley Cooper as Danny Ocean's mother and father infiltrating the Monaco Grand Prix as spies in 1962. It's also written and directed by Bradley Cooper. You know. All right, this is interesting though. All right, let's bring up Inarritu. Let's talk about, and with Tom Cruise. CinemaCon 2026 attendees were treated to the first ever footage from Inarritu's Digger. The extended trailer is absolutely bonkers, beginning with a haggard Tom Cruise as Digger Rockwell, an industrialist living in a secluded mansion in the woods. He's foul-mouthed, balding, and sports a thick country accent. I love this. I'm actually very, very happy about this. Treating everyone with disdain other than his cat. When an employee at his old drilling sites reports that methane is causing water to flow up, disrupting the ice shelf, Digger curses him out, telling him to continue as usual. This decision has catastrophic consequences, displacing entire nations. I'm loving this. The president, played by John Goodman, is a very over-the-top performance in the most complimentary way possible, flanked by his assistant Riz Ahmed, cool, tells Digger he has to fix this. What follows is a series of larger-than-life images, including boardroom brawls, high-flying jet sequences, too many explosions to count, and Digger relaying the story of the shovel passed down through generations to him. Digger looks nothing like Inarritu or Tom Cruise has ever done before, swinging for the fences in footage that is bound to make the film one of the most anticipated comedies or films, period, of 2026. That sounds phenomenal. That sounds absolutely fucking phenomenal. Space Monkey says the prequels, sequels, requels are getting beyond redundant at this point. LOL. You are 100% right. You are 100% right. Cinema, they had an opportunity to do something amazing with new franchises, and they're just not. I just can't, Cody says. Laura, they just need to buy the rights to real life stories and make movies. I mean, they technically are with a Snoop Dogg biopic. Cody, it does seem Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai, Laura says, was amazing. Yes, I agree with you, Laura. Cody, dark comedy. I mean, that's Inarritu, right? Minus The Revenant. Like Birdman was a total dark comedy. Space Monkey Tom Cruise as Les Grossman was a real chameleon move on his part, 100%. I almost didn't want to admit Les and Cruise were the same person. There's so many great novels ready for film. Hello. Hello. Agreed. There's a Clayface movie. I'm not going to read that. A Cat in the Hat movie with Bill Hader. Okay. The Great Beyond. All right. Here's JJ's movie. Written and directed by J.J. Abrams, starring Glenn Powell and Jenna Ortega. J.J. Abrams surprised CinemaCon audience by bringing out the first footage from his mysterious new film, The Great Beyond. His first original in some time. Original films. Let's go. The Great Beyond's teaser doesn't tell us much, indicating a classic Abrams mystery box. The trailer begins with an H.G. Wells quote on a retro computer. Cool. A voiceover indicates that our protagonists are all searching for something. We see flashes of characters played by Glenn Powell, Jenna Ortega, and Sam Jackson. The most interesting character looks to be the one played by Emma McKay, who holds a red orb of sorts and looks like she could be an android or at least an antagonist. Cool. There's not much to report other than there are a lot of great actors looking determined, some analog technology involved, and gorgeous cinematography. There are plenty of enigmatic images such as painted rainbow wall and the aforementioned red orb with a final shot of Glenn Powell and Jenna Ortega running towards something for fans to pore over. Abrams is returning to the Super 8 style esque he became famous for better or worse. Okay. I can hang with that. Cody is a pass. OG Films, let's go. You're mad at J.J. Abrams, Cody. You're like really pissed at J.J. Abrams. Let's see what else is being released. This is just the Warner Brothers slate. Dune Part 3. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great. Let's do more CinemaCon announcements. More CinemaCon announcements. Is that it? What are your thoughts on Supergirl? I am. He hurt me. Start a new poll. Superman 2000. What was it? What came out? 2025 or Supergirl? Kind of know what the answer is going to be for this. 2026. Superman 25 or Supergirl 26. If no one votes, I apologize. If there's not one vote, this is the first time in movie. There's a we got to vote. Okay, Superman 2025. Cody Caswell, but the story and the way she appears to be written is not Supergirl. I agree with that. Gunn based it on his beard. Interesting. Hersey, what's up? Didn't watch either, bro. Hersey coming in with the bangers. Superman 25. I'm not here to talk negative, right? I'm just going to tell you it was a one and done for me. And Supergirl is coming out this summer. Love that no one's voting. I fucking love this, that no one is voting for either. Hollywood, if you're listening, this is the people. This is the people are talking, Hollywood. Guys, give me a thumbs up. Oh my God, nobody's voting for either movie. I have to end this poll. It's making me nauseous. I am I'm gonna see what else there is here. What else did they announce at CinemaCon? Alright. No one's voting, and Hersey didn't see fucking either, so I'm ending this poll. That was an embarrassing poll, and I apologize. Alright. Moana animated, Moana live action. Alright? It's coming out, and Moana is one of my favorite Disney animated films of all time. Right out the gate, I mean, Moana animated. I feel like it was too soon. Hersey, I made it a point of not watching Superman 2025. I get it, bro. I get it. It wasn't one of my favorite movies of 2025. Um, all in on animated. Is this thing gonna bomb Moana live action? Cody says we need a new head of DC. If I was running DC, if Movie Magic Michael was running DC, I would not have done a political Superman. I wouldn't have touched politics in Superman. I wouldn't have brought up the Israel-Palestine thing and masked it. I would never have done that. Never in a million fucking years would I have incorporated any type of politics into a Superman film. I probably would have went a little campy, like Christopher Reeve camp, like Gene Hackman camp, like Lex Luthor camp. Cody, this is a great comment. My nieces are the right age for Moana live action, and they don't understand the live action versions exactly. Exactly. Anyway, I thought I didn't understand the Justice League people, those Justice people in Superman. What I would do if I was running DC, I would have copy and fucking paste what Todd Phillips did with Joker. Let me repeat. I would copy and paste what Todd Phillips did with Joker, and I would ground everything. I would ground everything down. I would do what Nolan did with Batman with Superman. And I know Snyder tried, and I love Zack Snyder, but I just don't think it translated well. I don't think Ben Affleck's Batman translated well. I would turn all of them into, and I didn't watch it, but what Colin Farrell did with Penguin and what Todd Phillips did with Joker with Joaquin. Ground all the villains, ground all the characters, make it real. Cody says, man, Cody, you're really smart, dude. Cody says, exactly. There are tons of stories in the comics. Just do those. Yes. Cody, pick a director that read the comics as a kid and get them. Yes. Then pick an arc and make the movie. They can't be too real. You know, Joaquin's Joker was grounded and it made $1 billion fucking dollars. Joaquin's Joker made $1 billion. They shouldn't have done a musical the second time around. But the formula works. Joker's easy. Do what they did with Penguin. They tried doing it with Pattinson's Batman, and it was fine. It was fine. Mr. Freeze, Clayface. Yeah. If they ground DC, Killer Croc, if they ground DC in a little realism and not. I apologize about saying camp, but I feel like the new Superman was camp. Hersey, the stunt choreographer Ben Affleck Batman was good. I agree. That's the only good thing I could say about that. Batman, Affleck Batman wasn't my favorite Batman. Like, obviously, I'm a Keaton guy. I'm a Bale guy. But Batman, Affleck Batman, it just, he was too gritty, but Ben Affleck's not gritty. Like Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck was too gritty. Snyder was too gritty. Ben Affleck's not a gritty actor, right? There is so much stuff they could pull out of DC and, just keep it localized and like enough with Superman just being beaten up. That's what 2025 was all about. It was just it didn't I don't think it translated well, and I hated the politics side of it. I thought that was stupid. I'm not a critic. I don't wanna talk negative about, certain films and everything, but, Superman 2025 didn't resonate with me. Oh, yeah, it's 1 vote for Moana live action. The rest all went to Moana animated, which, are they doing a Frozen live action? See, like Cody's saying, like, all right, you have Joaquin Joker, but then you have Arnold Mr. Freeze. Like, I don't want Arnold Mr. Freeze. I want a grounded, gritty Mr. Freeze. I want a grounded and gritty Poison Ivy. I want a grounded and gritty. See what I'm saying? Like, that's what it can call for. And I thought Todd Phillips did an amazing job on Joker 1. And again, I liked Joker 2. I'm one of the very few people who enjoyed Joker Folia do. But the Batman, it was a little discombobulated for me. I loved what's his name as Penguin. I loved Colin Farrell as Penguin. I didn't see the series, but that's the route I would go. Cody, okay, Poison is a great example. How do you make her grounded? The comic version created monster-sized plants. So this is what I'm saying, Cody. I would have her as an alchemist creating poison in a perfume, something like that. Right? Joker in, Heath's Joker, Bane, Hardy's Bane, they weren't campy. They weren't comic book campy. They were grounded. It felt real. I would have a Poison Ivy selling poison perfume. Poison perfume around the city that creates a poison inside people's veins that looks like vines. That's not Ivy. I get it. I get it, but you're saying that the Joker from the Joker from Adam West Joker is the same as Heath's Joker? Heath's Joker wasn't like the comic book Joker. Jack Nicholson was the closest thing to the Joker. But I'm saying I would ground the Poison Ivy. I would make it less camp. They could go all in on the comic books, but it's not translating. People aren't seeing it. That's the issue. I'm just trying to give something a new perspective on that. She's a witch, exactly. She hexes potions or something. Turning the city into vines, it's unfucking realistic. It wouldn't translate well, I think. But if I was running DC, guys, give a thumbs up. Like, follow, and share this chat, guys. I'd really appreciate it. I feel like it's got to be less camp. I would go all in on what Todd Phillips did with Joker. Hands down. Starting a poll. I disagree. Gotham covered it. Giant plants would put cheeks in seats. I don't know, Cody. I think it's been there, done that. Guillermo del Toro did that in Hellboy. DC or Marvel? That's the new poll. Movies only. Let's see what the people have to say. Plants would put cheeks in seats. Possible, Cody. I don't know. I honestly don't know. They tried doing it with the Flash. It's enough with saving cities. Make it individual. Make it grounded. Give people something that they could say, this is going to affect me. and I think that will put asses in seats. I think the CGI plants all over the buildings. It's not I think it just it doesn't translate anymore. I think people see right through it, and the CGI hasn't been good. Cody says it was too bright. DC should be dark. That's 5 fucking votes on DC. That is unreal. I did not expect that. No love for Marvel? Why don't you guys like Marvel? Curious to know why DC. Because like Snyder movies were great. Cody, Mr. Freeze would be amazing, even if you're grounded realistic version. Yes. Yes, kind of like yeah, I don't even remember it, but there was a Ghostbusters movie called Frozen Empire. And like it was something about someone was trying to freeze the city or something, but I can see Mr. Freeze maybe manipulating weather and trying to plunge Gotham into a deep freeze or something like that, like kind of cool and grounded, or like something that could really happen. Make it even a little conspiratorial. You know, if I was pitching something, I would say Mr. Freeze. I mean, who would be fucking Mr. Freeze, right? You have like I wouldn't do Jason Momoa. You know, you had Arnie back in Batman Forever. You want like a muscle guy, right? I don't think like John Cena even. John Cena's like too cool and campy. I would do a more serious, grounded actor. I wouldn't do The Rock. Cody, I am familiar with his story. Yes, but just it doesn't have to follow it to a T, is what I'm saying. Cody, yes, his wife is dying of disease, so he froze her. Yes. While he was doing that, he tested on himself, but on crimes to really fund his research to save his wife, Nora. Great and grounded, but there's got to be more. I get it. I get that the Arnold version was not Mr. Freeze. Hersey, Mr. Freeze using bioweapons like the League of Shadows to an extent, yes, and ground it with his wife dying. His wife is dying, and he's trying to find so he freezes her. The IP is there, guys. The IP is definitely there, but just make it more grounded because we've seen, look at The Flash with Ezra Miller. Oh, Ezra Miller. Look at The Flash. I mean, like, it's enough with saving the world. It's enough. Like the Avengers did it to death. Saving the world, saving the world, saving the world. It's enough. It's got to be more grounded. It's got to be Cody. He's Orpheus. Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome in. A Hayes, DC is dark, intense, more real world consequences. Got it. Marvel's fun, witty, connected with universe. I'm DC. That's amazing, A Hayes. But I feel like is James Gunn doing dark, intense, and more real? He tried doing the whole political thing with, and it just I didn't like how it translated. I thought it was I just didn't like how it translated. It was a one and done. Cody, they keep trying to make DC to be Marvel. Exactly. 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 They have to stay in their own lane. Snyder did a really good job at that. But I just didn't translate well. My Monsterland series would be like insane for like in that DC vein, that Snyderverse vein. Are movie theaters done though, guys? Do you think movie theaters are done? Hershey, they make it into a cartoon of Marvel. I agree. All right, everyone's on DC. Are movie theaters toast? Serious question. Is the movie a relic of the 20th century? People are saying yes. Some people are saying no. Most people are saying yes. It's disheartening. Why do you it's 50-50. I really hope not. In my area, they're toast. My area, there's no more movie theaters. They closed them all down. 50-50. Cody, only because the industry gave up on experience and storytelling. No took the lead. Well, no took the lead. I'm happy about that. That makes me happy. They tried to do so much in the theater to bring people back, and it's not working. I agree. I think the biggest problem is they got involved in politics. Yeah, Alamo Drafthouse, Cody, exactly. They got involved in politics, and they're not telling the stories that people they're not telling the stories that people wanna hear. Dawn, why pay so much to watch a film when you could watch at home and still be comfortable? I know. Most of you say movie theaters aren't toast, which makes me really, really happy to hear that. My life growing up was in movie theaters. I found a shirt today where I had a shirt painted for me years ago. I was 13, and it was me as a movie director, you know? I would hate to think that movies are a relic of the 20th century. They sold to Equity Group, and Equity Group rated the customer experience until they lost the customers. Downward spiral. You talking about Alamo or Hollywood in general, Cody? Disney is ran like a PE group. Funny. So you're saying they took the entertainment out of entertainment? That's what happened in Vegas. I used to go to Vegas a lot, and it's just not fun anymore. Hersey, first movie I watched in theaters was Recess, 2001. Wow, I haven't seen that movie in ages. Yes, and Experience. Yeah, I mean, I go to the movies now and it stinks. The seats are filthy. They're like run down. A theater that I've been to a million times just closed down about a year ago in a mall right where I live, and I'm hopefully moving to a place where they actually have movie theaters, and I'm looking to go to the movies. I'm looking forward to going to the movies again. A lot of you say movies aren't toast. Derry. Saw Super Mario Galaxy in a theater last week. They fixed up the seats and speakers in my area. Love that. Dawn says they have some nice theaters near me, but they're never full. Yeah. I ask people, what was the last movie you saw in a movie theater? And I don't like the responses that I'm getting from people. I'm a movie influencer, right? I'm a filmmaker, I'm a screenwriter, I'm an author. Movies are my life. And I ask people, what was the last movie you saw in the theaters? And the majority of them say, I don't even fucking remember. Cody, we need privately owned movie theaters back showing indie movies. Yes. Taylor Swift album release count? No, not at all, Cody. No, no, unfortunately. His first movie I saw in theater was Jurassic 93, Jurassic Park 93. Man, Hayes. Jurassic Park 93. I went to the premiere for that in New York City. It was one of the best experiences of my life. Dawn says, I love the idea of the movie experience dinner, but at 130 a person and up is something people want to pay. No, they're not going to pay for that. Cody, what was the last movie you saw in the movie theaters, bro? Dawn, cable killed theaters as much as it did TV. Not Dawn, I will disagree with that comment. I will disagree with that comment. They thought videotape was going to destroy film and it didn't. It made it bigger and better. Streaming is hurting film. And it's an issue because streaming's not great. The quality's not great. Derry, we have a privately owned theater in my area. Love that. Best concession stand for a theater I ever saw. Chocolate cake slices. I love that. Maybe I should open a movie theater when I move. Hayes was 7 years old. Hayes, you're a baby. Cody, I don't remember. It was probably with the nieces. Yes, Dawn, streaming is what killed it. Yeah, yeah, I understand what you were saying now. I mean, yeah, do it. I should open a movie theater and play, like, The Godfather, right? And play, like, Jaws for 6 weeks. Cody, I don't enjoy streaming. The downscaling is so bad, and the cropping, it's terrible. I don't enjoy it either. I like film. I like going to the theater and experiencing it. Derry, streaming services are killing comfort in general. I agree with you. Only low risk, high return projects are being made. Cody and Pokergeist. It's coming. It's gotta come. And if it's streaming, I will apologize now. It might be streaming. I kinda hope not. I wanna be in the theaters. I want to experience something I wrote in the theaters. Cody, don't call my bluff, dude. I'm trying. I'm doing everything in my power to get this fucking movie made. Hersey, once in a blue moon, I'll see a good film on Netflix. Agree with that. Hey, Hayes, I used to go to the movies maybe once a year. This year alone, I've been 4 times. That's interesting, A. Hayes. Marty Supreme, The Housemaid, Crime 101, Project Hail Mary. Like Marty Supreme, like The Housemaid. Haven't seen Crime 101, but I do like Chris Hemsworth. And I still have not seen Project Hail Mary, but they're calling it Hope Core. That's what Poker Geist is about. Poker Geist is it's hopeful. I'm working on it, Cody. I text the producer last night saying we need to get on the call. Cody. New movie poll, Poker Geist or Crowley movie. I don't think people are gonna know what Poker Geist is. I actually have a copy of it. Do I have a copy? No, it's packed. I don't have a copy of it. Dawn says, I think the last film I saw in theaters was Longlegs. That's terrible, Dawn. That's I All right, I'm ending that poll. Saw it in a flight. Same. I saw Longlegs and people were looking at me like I had 3 heads. It's all just too available. All right. So here's a question for you guys. Avengers Doomsday in theaters or Avengers Doomsday on D+. What are you gonna watch Avengers Doomsday on, guys? This is a very good poll. Hey, Hayes, yeah, my husband and I were never moviegoers till recently. Well, you're in the right place. Oh, man. People going, "Skip." Cut it out, Cody. You're not gonna skip Doomsday. It's the Arcade Fire song now. Derry, if they leave the AI effects in, I'm fine with D+. I cannot believe we're at 50-50 right now. No, okay, theaters takes over. Of course you're gonna see it in theaters. Of course you have to see Doomsday in theaters. How could you have that same experience sitting on your fucking couch scrolling TikTok? Hersey, I watch a lot of random films in the theaters. I can't even remember them. The more recent ones, I mean, Minecraft was the last film I saw in the theater. My kids don't wanna go. Yeah, A's, you go to the theaters for the experience, but the experience of a communal experience, getting a popcorn, being with people and enjoying something in totality, the collective. Alright, I'm happy to see that the majority of you are gonna go see Doomsday in theaters. I would be really sad. Alright, here's another poll. I'll wait, I'm gonna leave this up just a little longer. Cody says it's not a community if the only one in the theater. I agree. I'm really nervous that the theaters are gonna become just events. That you're only gonna go to the movie theaters when it's an event. Doomsday, Spider-Man, Supergirl, and that's not a good thing, in my opinion. Hey, it's just like I could watch NFL on my couch and have the best view in the house and cold brew. What are you drinking there, A Hayes? Cold brew? You getting your Starbies or you get Dunkin' Donuts? You make it in the house? Or you drinking Bud? But I buy tickets for the vibe and the energy. A Hayes is 100% right. Like, I'm not gonna go to a Jets game. Woah. Like, I'm not gonna go to a Jets game. But you go to the Knicks to, like, experience it, but, like, you don't go to the Knicks game every single time. It's very expensive. Hersey, I took my nephews to Five Nights at Freddy. Yeah, my daughter's obsessed with Five Nights. We saw the first one in the theaters, the second one she saw with her friends. Cody, they'll come back, half them close. There are too many around. There are 8 within 20 miles of my house. When I was a kid, there were 2 small ones. Excuse me. A Hayes, cold brews, Mick Ultra, LOL. Drinking the brewski, A Hayes. I'm so out of touch with alcohol. I like a little scotch every now and then. I'm more of a scotch guy. A Mac 12, like at a steakhouse on like a random Saturday night. But a Michelob Ultra, I dig it, A Hayes. I like your vibe. I'm digging that. All right, so everyone wants to see Doomsday in theaters. Glad we got that out of the way. Oban man here. What's Oban? Is that a beer? Are we moving this chat into the alcohol realm? Hersey, never mind. I remember 2021 was a good year in movies. It was okay. To me, the last great year was 2019 when Tarantino came out Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. To me, that was like the final good year of films in theaters. I'm gonna see Doomsday in theaters. It's not even a question. All right, I'm gonna do another poll. You all better answer the right way here. Odyssey in movie theaters or Odyssey on Netflix? Where's Odyssey gonna be streaming? Odyssey's a Universal on Peacock. Where are you going to see Odyssey for the first time? Okay. I can't wait till Taylor Swift makes her Darktober Searchlight. Let's fucking go. I didn't realize you were a huge Taylor Swift, A. Hayes. And is that true? She's making her first feature film debut? The fact that Odyssey in theaters is 50-50. What the hell is this? Nolan theaters for sure. Yes, 100%. I think I saw Dunkirk in theaters, and now we're talking it was IMAX. Yeah. I don't do big on IMAX. I saw Saving Silverman in IMAX years ago, but I generally don't go see IMAX. I did see Avatar: Fire and Water with my wife and kids in IMAX, and that was kinda cool, and 3D too, and my daughter was, like, nauseous beyond belief, but whatever. Cody says she's been dabbling. Listen, T Swift is trying to, she's trying to, what do you call, to pivot. I like that. I have a lot of respect for that. A Hayes is a huge Swiftie. Cool. I really like that. Hersey, Oppenheimer was a must in IMAX. I saw it in theaters opening weekend. My wife and I went to see it. It was a date night. I was thrilled. But I didn't see it in IMAX. I did see Avatar: Fire and Water. And Fire and Water? Not Fire and Water. Way of Water in IMAX. Sorry about that. Cody, she's a storyteller, and she is Kubrickian in her videos are laced with symbolism. I like that. I actually don't watch Taylor Swift videos, not because I don't not you know, not because I don't like her. It's just, you know, I like that song "You Need to Calm Down." I do like that, but I listen to music, I don't watch the videos. Hey, she directs all her music vids. I actually didn't know that, that's awesome. All Too Well 10-minute version, Taylor's versions. Love that. Hey, Hayes, imagine she will go for an EGGT? EGOT. That's what I thought. I was looking for the Oscar, but no handle. My favorite driving experience: Pee Wee's Big Adventure, 1985, The Sixth Sense, 1999, X Men 2000. Three phenomenal driving films. Phenomenal, absolutely fucking phenomenal driving films. We used to go to driving a lot. The last driving movie I saw was A Night at the Roxbury, on a date. It was fun. It was cool. But drive-ins, man, you wanna talk about a relic of the past? Should open a drive-in movie theater. That'd be really cool. Man, seeing Pee-wee's Big Adventure in 1985, I saw Pee-wee's Big Adventure with my uncle, and I was so scared of when Large Marge was gonna come come because they said that Large Marge was gonna be so scary, and I remember just hiding my face in my uncle's, like, armpit. I was a kid, I must have been, like, in 4th grade or something, but I was so scared of Large Marge. I think my dad and my uncle took me to see Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Hey, Hayes, I saw Night at the Roxbury Theater. What is love? Abdil, they should have kept Avatar 10 years apart. I really didn't enjoy the recent Avatar. I didn't see New Fire and Ash. I'd like to. Um, but the, Way of Water, I think Avatar was a pretty perfect film. I thought Avatar 1 was phenomenal. It was great. And I didn't see that in the theater because my son was just born. Um, so we couldn't see it. You know, he was a baby, and, like, I wasn't gonna take him to see Avatar. But I did see it at home, and I loved it. I loved it. I own Avatar. When we go to Disney, I'm a huge Pandora fan. I think Avatar is great. Way of Water, not the greatest sequel. Like, I was expecting what Cameron did with Aliens to be similar to, he like, leveling it up. And I don't dispute his genius. I think Cameron is probably one of the greatest working directors ever. One of the greatest directors ever in the history of cinema. But I didn't love the story in Way of Water, and I didn't enjoy Spider. I feel that they rushed it. I feel they rushed, all of a sudden Jake and what's her name? Navi, right? Navi? Natiri. Jake and Natiri all of a sudden have a family, and they have 4 kids. Like, I would never have done it that way. I would have had them having their first child and protecting in Pandora. Spider, I didn't resonate with Spider. He was a cool character and everything, but it wasn't something that was, like, I don't even think was necessary, and then they tried to kind of I heard what they did with Fire and Ash, and he's oh, no, that was in Way of Water. He was Quaritch's son or something, and I just didn't feel it was necessary. I wouldn't have went that route. But Avatar 1, I mean, is in my top 20 of all time, easily. Guys, I gotta start wrapping it up here. I gotta start wrapping up. I gotta get on a conference call soon, but I appreciate you guys. This was a very chill night. It was a very chill chat. It was a day. Today was a day. But I appreciate you guys so much for being with me tonight, having a chit chat. It was nice to talk about future movies. Like, I love talking about the old stuff, Eyes Wide, Shining, Godfather, Goonies. We don't really talk about Goonies much. Back to the Future. But it was really nice to sit and chat with you guys about what's coming, what's here. We got Odyssey, Disclosure Day, Moana, Supergirl. Mr. Stevie's, what's up? James Cameron made the best villain of all time, Rose from Titanic. You're a terrible human being, Mr. Stevie's. You're terrible. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I mean, just Cameron's phenomenal. I just Way of Water to me, I watched it a few times. I was trying to really dig into it, and it didn't resonate, and I haven't seen Fire and Ash yet, but I plan on it. Dawn, thank you. Guys, love you guys beyond belief. Thank you guys for being here. It was a chill night. I will be live probably tomorrow at some point, but I gotta get a time. My day is slammed tomorrow, and I have stuff going on tomorrow night. So I will probably see you guys online for more movie chat tomorrow night. Michael's Movie Lounge. Love you guys. Guys, go watch a movie.